Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. I welcome you guys and hope everybody's doing well.
Welcome back.
Yeah, this is very impromptu because we were talking about some protectors of the earth, and I was trying to think about how we're going to do a video to give you this information. So I asked Cindy, can you contact them? And she said, well, I could try. And then she immediately is starting to give me info. So let's do it this way. We'll do it this way. There is a group that you have probably gotten familiar with or have heard mentioning. It's an avian humanoid species. Corey Good has probably done the most to talk to people about this group. But if you look closely into our mythos from around the world, you'll find that they're there. And, again, it's not to say that we endorse or don't endorse Corey Good or David Wilcock or anybody else that's out there making videos. We're only going to share what we get and give you it from our perspective. So again, this is from us. Cindy is a trance channel. She's also able to channel without going into a trance. We're both channels for energy and energy healing. And this is what we do when we're not making videos. However, using her ability to contact beings from other places and also from here on Earth, just beings that are not out there typically interacting with humanity, is something that we do. And we have had contact with quite a few interesting beings throughout the years. We have made connections with many beings from our Earth history as well as from what you would call myths and legends. And so somebody or some group, I should say, that is really prominently in the news without being in the news right now is this group that we would refer to as avian humanoid beings, as you can see, the color blue. So I will give you this to Cindy because we've been working on this as well in this connection for a while and getting more clarity on what's going on. What you are seeing in the skies right now is twofold. Absolutely, there is a dark component to things. That dark component has been in charge of our portion of the earth for thousands of years. However, there is also what we're looking at as an extraterrestrial interdimensional component. And the reality is that we are actually receiving help from beings that are not Homo sapiens sapiens, and in fact, these beings right here, which this is not a perfect representation of them. We could not find any really, really good representations of them. But I have two for you that can give you a little bit of their energy, perhaps. And I'll hand this to Cindy as we'll share with you what we can get about them and how they view themselves.
They do. They play quite a large part in the awakening right now. I can tell you the very first time that they came to me, these beings were showing me different types of birds. They were showing me feathers, yet the feathers were covering what appeared to be a human body. They were making all sorts of combinations of different types of birds, and I just wasn't getting it. And I could tell you...
And you said how they had a sense of humor because they were appearing at first almost like a cartoon.
Right. They were showing themselves as cartoons. They're trying to formulate a picture to make a connection because Corey Good, he's a great guy, but I always had my questions about him, so I didn't follow him. And for me, when I channel something, they have to come to me and show themselves until it dawns on me who they are. But they did. They came to me in cartoon form, and they're showing me all kinds of combinations with different birds. And it wasn't until they started turning their feathers the blue, and when it dawned on me, blue avians, and boom, we had a connection. So this was probably about 2 years ago this happened, and we've had a connection since then. And right now, just now tonight, Mike asked me if I could contact them. So I reached out to try to contact them. And yes, the answer is yes. I was able to make some contact. Now, how much I can get right now doing this video, we'll try. I'll do my best on the video. It's just I do get a little nervous. I do get a little distracted. But they were talking about being working between the realms of 3 and 5 and being very active and very abundant. Also working through certain types of our military, working through different military people who are, let's see, they're awakened and they do understand that there's more on this earth than what they are being told. So they are able to move through some of our military, and I believe other military too. They are a type of being, they do not like to see humans bullied. So they are on our side. They are in our corner. They're working from behind the scenes through different densities. They may even be channeling through different people. They usually channel through certain types of authority where, you might get pulled over to get a ticket, and then all of a sudden the police officer, he forgets the ticket and he says, never mind, I'll give you a warning, I'll walk away. They work through authority like that. So these are the beings that are helping us right now to a very high degree. The Galactic Federation, they are very much non-interference. However, they are aware that the blue avians are helping. So that's where we're at, and that's the information I got right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting more. It's going to come in dribs and drabs because that's the way it works with me a lot of times.
You said they see themselves as protectors.
Oh,
protectors. Yeah. And when you were saying between 3 and 5, we're talking density. Third density up to 5th density. Galactic Federation is 5th density and above. So you wouldn't really see Galactic Federation ships per se. Again, they would look more like those plasma balls that you're seeing.
The light ships. Galactic Federation are going to be light ships. They can come down and show themselves for very short periods of time. Now, the blue avians, if they were to utilize their energy to show up in our ether, they could do it for a little bit longer. But my energy and what I'm reading is telling me that they are not interested in spending their energy to show up in 3D for anyone right now. They are spending their energy to try to work through different people in the military and even different people in our very own government and worldwide, global wide. This is where they are spending their energy. Now, our job is to simply be the best version of ourselves and bring our frequency. The higher our frequency is functioning, the more that they can help us. The higher our frequency, as long as we are looking up on a certain situation, say we're floating up, we are looking down on certain situations from a higher realm, we are going to make the best choice possible for ourselves. So we need to keep ourselves very positive. We need to keep ourselves in the know. We need to learn about how to work on our energy body, because the controllers are really disrupting our energy bodies right now. They are trying to stop a lot of this channeling. They don't like people channeling. They do not like the idea that the avians are out there and working through certain leaders, because they know that's a problem. They can really trip up the system. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look into the mythology. Garuda is a eagle being. It's typically depicted as just a big eagle, but in reality, a very, very advanced, high density, high vibrational frequency, intelligent entity that is associated with the creator of the universe in the Hindu scriptures. and does help out humanity from time to time, and is visualized as an eagle, again, more of a humanoid eagle being. And it was really interesting because Cindy was getting how the eagle is so special to the earth, and again, how the system takes what is good and natural and will utilize it for itself and kind of twist it into a dark manner.
Right. I was going to say there could very well be people out there, and I know someone out there that's channeling this energy from the avians because they're feeling a lot of anger and a lot of rage and a lot of energy where they feel like they want to push back. They want to fight back, and they're not knowing exactly what they're pushing back or fighting back about, but they are feeling this energy. So that energy might be going around, that pushback energy, that don't bully me energy, because these avians, they are very active in our realms right now. So it's normal for people, even who they might just be a little bit sensitive, it is normal for them to pick up these energies.
And again, they could come down to 3D. They can also operate up at the 5D area as well. Predominantly, I would say a 4D entity, mid 4D though. When you look at the entities that have been running the show here on Earth, they are what we call lower 4D. Those are the denizens, the citizens of the lower astral realm. Which again, when you look to, say for instance, the Buddhist tradition. Now, in deep meditation, there are Buddhist monks that have given us vast descriptions of all these different worlds that exist on this lower 4D realm. And truly, they are the stuff of nightmares. They are really more like the hellish realms per se. So this is why we see so much going on. Again, it's very biblical. Lo to you, O earth and sea, for the devil has come with great wrath, knowing his time is short, and very short. In fact, they have agendas about when their time is up, so to speak, and they know they're going to be losing control. And this is what the good news is. They are losing control. They're being exposed for who they are in reality. And again, we've been given distorted belief systems, distorted political systems, distorted healthcare systems. Everything is really a mess. And now it's just the awakening. Again, the dark age is just simply dark in the lack of knowledge and gnosis, true understanding of our situation. And we are in the Bronze Age now, guys. So here we are warming up our toes in Bronze Age life, and it is one of discovery. It is one of amazing revelations. The Bronze Age, in some ways, is perhaps the most fascinating age to live in. It is really, again, the time of myth and legends. It's the times when, all sorts of beings reappear to us. You might see dragons in your life. I wouldn't, again, put anything out of the realm of possibility. It's just that in the Dark Age, we don't understand the big picture. We're giving a belief system that is very, very limiting. It's limiting. No. The creative force of all that there is resides in you. And this is why the dark system has been utilizing your energy to feed itself. And so there are beings out there that are a lot more advanced than we are, that are not pushovers as well, that are standing up for us. It's very much like the bully on the block all of a sudden is meeting up with somebody that's sticking up for the little guys that have been getting picked on. And they're like, no, we won't allow you to do what you had planned. And so, again, truly, in so many ways, this is a war of the worlds that's out there. Before us. Yes, you have that Project Blue. Oh, think about that color. Project Blue Beam. Where do you think they get the blue from? Again, do they know the ones that are most likely to interfere, and that's why they are using that color code blue? Absolutely. They understand this. They have AI that's well beyond any AI that humans have here on planet Earth openly using. Because ultimately, all the AI is ultimately non-human in origin, and it's not even from our galaxy or our universe, as we've given you this information in other channeling sessions. Again, what you call the draconian reptilian force is that has been subjecting the Earth to this slave system of sorts. Right now it's an economic slavery, and out in the past it's been an open slavery. But that force ultimately doesn't even come from our particular universe. It's a force that opened a wormhole and came into this universe from a different one. So it's not part of the original plan. And so the creator of this universe is sending us frequencies and energies to reactivate the DNA in us that has been laid dormant by the dark side. And the sun is the key. This is why those entities are out there, that they don't want the sunlight reaching you. They want you lathering up, or they want to block that sun with all sorts of fake clouds. They want you terrified of the sun, but it's them that's terrified of the sun. Truly, they are parasitic, demonic creatures, very akin to vampires in more than one way.
And the energies are shifting. They are changing. There's a forceful type of energy to help mankind awaken to the highest degree possible. And there's a lot of people out there who are going through an awakening that are very, very confused. They don't know what's going on. They're probably very, very scared. And keep in mind, other lower realm type of entities will take advantage of that energy of fear. So be very mindful you're not holding yourself in fear. Work and just hold your own strength inside of you. Let that fear go, because it just kind of makes you a feeding post.
Absolutely. So again, it's interesting too, because there are legends all around the world of the war between what is represented as an eagle and a snake. And yeah, it's been in some circles said that this is representing Enlil and Enki, but in reality, Enlil and Enki are both reptilian. So again, they're reptilian hybrids again. So they're both of them are part of the dark side, the dark matrix, and yet the grouping that we have here that's been running the planet are those that you would call Ijiji from the Sumerian legends. So the myths and the legends, very accurate. They all truly are giving us clues to the real history of planet Earth, but all this is going to be revealed probably sooner than later, and more will be upcoming. We invite everybody again to come join us on Patreon. We did this one about 3 hours ago. The dark control system can't stop what is happening. Oh no, this is getting really good, guys, because again, the good guys are starting to have more allies, and we are looking up as far as the ability to stand up to the system and to call it out for what it is. It is being completely exposed at this point in time, and it is only a matter of time before it completely collapses, and they do know this.
Mm-hmm. And as I get updates from the Galactics and from the Avians, you guys will know.
Absolutely. Thanks for being part of the family. As always, source bless and namaste.
Namaste.